So yeah, I did already do a video about Magician Girls like pretty recently, but I decided to update the deck a bit, as of course, the biggest problem with the deck is that it struggles against the bouncer. And when you struggle against bouncer and a tier 0 mats, tier 0 animats, then of course your deck won't be as good. So we are hopefully trying to build a deck that specifically is meant to counter to play around bouncers. So we're playing Veil, we're playing Sphere Kuribo, and we're playing Forbidden Chalice instead of all of our traps we used to play. So the goal of the deck would be to, with Veil, if he sets up with the bouncer, with Veil we can survive, and then once he's used up all of his negates, we can just bury or chocolate, and yeah, basically go into our standard plays. This is definitely not the finished product, as this deck can struggle a bit against Gaia. So yeah, we should probably optimize it a bit more to fit, to be able to play against both decks. But if this deck is good enough to win against Onomats, then we can probably risk it. It would probably be good enough if we even straight up lose to Gaia with this deck. We can potentially side against in tournaments. We can also use our side deck, so we can side, for an example, hand traps in for out for cosmics and MSTs and so forth. So yeah, this is the best I've been able to build to counter Onomats for now. Of course, this is not, as I said, this is not the finished product. I'm still optimizing the deck. I'm still trying to get it to be as best as possible, but I decided to share the deck list with you as I as I randomly, accidentally actually hit King of Games with this deck, and I've went 11-0. So yeah, it's very I would say it's very cheap. Okay, you can maybe remove one chocolate. Chocolate is expensive. It's an ultra rare. Maybe even remove two if you don't have. If you really, three berry is definitely needed though. So maybe if you went 2 times into the box to get yourself Invoker, you can play it like this. Maybe remove the super teams. Maybe remove the chalices. So yeah, if you have the cards from the Invoker, you should definitely play it, as it's very good. It's an easy King of Games deck. I will show you guys in the replays just now. The extra deck you don't even need. I think I didn't even use. I maybe used Malevolent Sin once, but the rest of the cards is not really needed. It's just to have them in if we will need them, but we won't. And the strategy is not built around the extra deck. The extra deck can be used also with Veil plus chocolate can give you rank for exceeds, but usually you don't even want to. You usually have more value of having just chocolate on the field. So yeah, that's it for the intro. That's it for the deck list. Let's now jump into duel replays. I would also want to tell you to, if you enjoy videos like this, if you enjoy content like this, you can show me your appreciation by subscribing. So yeah, I know that you guys enjoy these videos and I can make more videos for you guys. So yeah, we also here firstly decided to try out even treacherous, but I don't feel we need it. It also doesn't work very well with super team. So later on I removed it. So yeah, let's continue. So Berry is an amazing opener. Super team also great with the Berry. Sphere also, I would say this is the one of the best openers we can have. Maybe one more berry instead of apple for the follow-up if needed, but I don't think we needed it. So Here we decide to go for the kiwi. If we successfully kiwi, it's lethal. It's basically GG's. So we decide to try it out. He books, which negates our super team, but also enables Berry to activate its effect. So we special summon the kiwi. We can flip it back up. We can apple, and that's a GG. And also, as you can see, how huge they get with the boost. Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, this deck is amazing against resonators, against harpies, but like I said, it does struggle against Onomats and against Gaia. Against Gaia, we can play it around Gaia. We can just, if Gaia was the only problem, we would just play more MSTs and Cosmics and stuff like that. Maybe Regekis or something that just removes the field spell. But yeah, Bouncer is more of a problem for us because it's not just Bouncer, it's Bouncer plus back row, and then he also has follow-up. Even if we somehow manage to go through the back row, he still has Bouncer, he still has Gaga Head or something, or a coat, and he can still, it's too much for us. And then he just lethal us on first or second turn. So yeah, that's where we're playing Veil. If we survive the Bouncer, if we power through the Bouncer, literally just let him attack and swing into us, negate us. After that, we're pretty. It should be a pretty easy game. Okay, so Blue Eyes, set 1 and Sage. Karma Cut, we go for. We decided to not go for the Kiwi, as Kiwi is smaller than Blue Eyes, which he will summon. We decide not to set the Chalice so it doesn't get blown out by the Spirit Dragon. We'd also have hand shops for the next turn to survive, of course, for the next turn. Ultimate Dragons. He decides to go for the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We have a Sphere. Okay, go for the Chocolate. So here is where we went for the Malevolent Sin, which was I don't think the best idea. Yeah, in the end, Trash is the card that saved us. But yeah, I think we should have searched for another berry back then. But yeah, we do manage to win this game, so. I think this was a Resonator player. Yeah. Let's see what win streak we're on. Win streak 5, okay. Against Resonators, it's easy match. It should be usually, it's an easy match. Because all of his monsters target, and all of his monsters besides Bane are lower attack points than our Kiwi. And yeah, that's basically GG. So you have to only play around Bane. And potentially back row. So we kind of opened badly here because we don't have the best hand. we have too many monsters, but the good thing is that we're playing against Resonators who won't threaten us with only one berry. Let's speed it up a bit. We all know these plays. Okay, we special summon our Kiwi. He decides to go for another. He now realizes probably he can't do anything to Kiwi. And now we're set up. We discarded with Chocolate, so we got our Super Team and our Chalice. We also have a boost in the hand. And yeah, there's nothing really. This is over. This is game over. There is nothing he can do. There is zero cards, literally zero cards. Even if he pulls out the obelisk or whatever, it's over. So yeah, we decide to go for lethal here. As you can see, as you can see how huge they get with the boost, like 4500, 4500, 4300, 4500, and we lethal him over 2 monsters and over 6000 damage, and that's comfortable, comfortable lethal. So yeah, this shows how good this deck is, I think. I'm telling you, if this deck, if I'm able to find the solution for the animats, or even better, if animats get killed by the ban list, this deck automatically goes to tier 1, maybe. Maybe that's too much to say. Maybe that's a bit too much to say, but I mean, why not? Why not be this optimistic blindly even? I mean, oh, it's an easy game against most decks. Against most decks, I mean, in the current meta, of course, because our deck wants to be at 20 around 2700, and most monsters aren't that big. So I would say against most decks, this is an easy game. Against decks like Triamids, against decks like Gaia, it can be a problem, and then you can maybe rely on your back row and stuff and tech cards. But we don't mind that. We can just tech in shit, whatever we need for the situation. But the problem is really, yeah, literally the Animats and the Bouncer. And I, I really don't have another solution to that other than Veil and Sphere Karibo. I don't know. I have no clue. Like literally the one thing that is keeping this deck from being top tier. So yeah, this is an easy game. This is a game over. This is literally game over. Can you believe that? Just open Berry and it's a game over. Why, you may ask? Because all of his cards target. That means if he targets or attacks, we special summon Kiwi, and unfortunately, I was talking, so you maybe didn't see. He activated Treacherous, and you don't see from dual replays, but he was he was confused for like 20 seconds trying to read my Kiwi, which specifically says spellcaster type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects. So his TTH, he was about to TTH himself. Well, yeah, it happens when you don't read. And this shows how good this deck is against Harpies. This deck straight up wins against Harpies. Just open Berry and it's over. For real. So yeah. Okay, so here's where we cogged. 7 win streak. Another Harpy player, and yeah, you you know it's a GG, especially if we have a Berry. And besides Berry, Berry is a 50% chance we open Berry. Besides Berry, we can also have one of our chocolates. Chocolate discard to draw into Berry, or chocolate with super team, or anything with super Kiwi plus super team is also game against Harpies. But yeah, usually you will just have your Berry, you don't need to do anything special, just Berry and win. So yeah, let's keep it up a bit. I think this was also one Treacherous player or a Book of Moon player. Let's see. Elegant egotist. One set and pass. We just book. Double set and pass. So he decides to bounce. We decide to special summon our Kiwi. He decides to, I think, Malevolent Sin. Okay, yeah. He realizes that he has to read cards, and his Malevolent Sin does nothing. We search for another. We set up with another berry. We're not in a hurry. We don't need to stall usually, but we need a couple of turns to set up, and after that, it's a game. Literally, he decides to book, which which he also needs to learn to read again. We decide to special summon our chocolate. He attacks. Blah, I can't fucking speak. We forbidden chalice. We we could have also kiwi boost from the hand, but we decided to keep it as we do have double chalice, and we don't care about we don't care about using our chalices. So yeah, we want to keep our kiwis in the hand, and he swoops as our monster is too big and realizes he can't do anything. And yeah, that's a cog. So this is our last win, I think. And then after that we have a duel where we lost. I wanted to showcase it as it's a proof of I mean, yeah, this is a proof of our win streak, but yeah. Wait, did we go 9-0 or 10-0? 10-0 or 11-0? Let's see. So he activates Mirror Wall, which was a bit weird, not gonna lie. He goes into his plays. We kinda bricked here, not going to lie. We didn't open any of our monsters to go with the super team to special summon the Kiwi. But we do have hand traps, but Cyber Dragon can OTK even through hand traps. So yeah, we were a bit lucky he didn't have OTKs through hand traps. Okay. So we only need to top deck any of our spellcasters. So I think that's decently consistent enough. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in other builds, usually when we decided to remove Treacherous, we had even 8. So yeah, 8. I would say 8 openers, 8 spellcasters is good enough. So he decides to go for this play, which was weird, very weird. He decides to, for some reason, get rid of his book just for dealing some more damage, and that was GG because we have super team ready for the use. We decide to you need to first activate Kiwi from the hand, then super team, as then Kiwi gets her own boost which she activated. She's on the field, her effect activates her discard effect, so as you see, she gets her own boost and he scoops as it's a GG. Okay, so this is the duel where we lost. And why did we lose here? Let's see. Okay, so 10 win streaks. That means I don't know how to count. Classic. Like, what the fuck? How do I always manage to miscount? Like, always. I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. That's pretty weird, but okay. So this is why we lose. We bricked awfully. This is why I decided to remove Treacherous, because I mean, we don't need to destroy monsters that bad because we can just power through them. Our only issue can be sometimes back row, and Bouncer really, but TH doesn't really help that much against Bouncer because he can destroy our TTH before he even goes into the Bouncer. So yeah, we decided to remove it for one more chocolate and one more chalice. But yeah. We also drew into kiwi. Like if we drew into I don't know anything else really. Like berry would be amazing. Apple would be decent. Chocolate would be decent. Anything would be better really. Um, yeah, it would be much easier. So okay, let's see. He's playing red eyes. Okay. Let's see, another chance to top deck any spellcaster, any, and we top deck another Kiwi. So yeah, we were extremely unlucky here, and yeah, there was nothing really we could have done here. That's a GG. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the deck. Do you think it can be, I must say, tier 1? Do you think it can be a tier 1 if we find a solution for us, or if the animats get nerfed? Let me know what you guys think about that. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. That helps the channel grow so I can make more videos like this. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.